Hello guys, I'm Viviana Valenzuela and welcome to my first YouTube channel. I wanted to create this channel because I wanted to create a space where I could give my knowledge and my expertise to not just my Instagram followers, but hopefully maybe grow my audience a little bit more broad from Instagram. So my goal for this channel is to inspire, educate, and just teach how I got to where I am today. I've been a lash artist for about 6 years. I am about 8 times certified, licensed. It took a lot to get here, so I would love to just bring you along my journey, just show you the way. We're gonna start with interviewing myself, and I think that's the best way to introduce the channel. Let's get to know who I am, and then from there we'll work our way out and see what I can teach you. Like I said, I've been in the beauty industry for about 6 years. It all started when I was about 18 years old. I started to do makeup on myself, and I actually did YouTube videos, and maybe one day I will have the balls to show you guys those old videos because they are very cringe. But I started doing makeup on myself, then I started to work my way out, and I started to do makeup for quinceañeras and weddings, and I realized that it could actually be a job, and that was very interesting to me. Around that time, I became a caregiver. This was just a trade that was passed down to me from my mom. She taught me the way. I just finished high school and I really didn't have much direction, so caregiving was a good way to get a steady paycheck and not have to worry about anything else. 6 years fly by. In those 6 years, I really was unhappy. I really thought that I had to stay in a job like that in order to sustain a lifestyle or sustain myself. I am so glad that I ventured out and I found lashes. Around my last year as a caregiver, I got my first set of mega volume lashes done. That moment was a moment that my life changed because I got these lashes and they gave me some sense of confidence that I could not get anywhere else. I was a really unhappy girl in a really shitty relationship, and these lashes just made my day. They made everything. So I realized the power of lashes in that moment. I wanted to do everything that I could to extract the information from lashes and give it to me. And so what did I do? I signed up for school. That very next day, I signed up for Aveda Institute. I think like 2 weeks later, I was already in class. On my first day, we had to introduce ourselves in front of the entire classroom. Thinking about it now, I don't know if I would say this out loud, but we had to stand up, say our first name, our last name, and what we're here for. And I was like, I'm Viviana Valenzuela, and I want a lash empire. And I was like, okay, girl. It's very interesting to see where things are now. You know, back then I just never thought that it could be what it is now. My teacher heard me and she put me on my first class. I was so broke at the time. I was barely getting by. I had a monthly school payment, I had a car payment, I had an apartment. To do it all, like I really had to invest in myself. I had no option, and failure was not an option for me. So I took that class, I put it on my credit card with the very last bit of dollars that I had available there, and I took my first lash class. That first lash class, I never thought that it would bring me to where I am today. And I was in a class with about like 20 students. Probably not the most ideal way to learn. So if I could give you guys one bit of advice, if you are looking to get into the lash industry, do not take a large class that you will get no attention. It was a class of 20 people with 2 educators. My airtime was 30 minutes. So that's my biggest advice for a first-time lash artist looking for a class. Make sure there's multiple educators if there's a big class. I took the class and I just went on practicing. I'm so grateful for my mom. The girl has a good way of sleeping, and she would let me put them on, take them off, put them on, take them off. By the first month, I was already starting to get clients that were rebooking me, and my work was not cute. I will insert picture here of my first lash set. And it's not going to be cute in the beginning. That's just what it's like. And it is really a struggle. It really takes somebody who's willing to put time into learning. Then my skills kind of caught up to where I was at, and I was like, okay, I'm pretty good. I know what I'm doing. And it was time to take my next class. And I took eye design for all ethnicities class, and that's the class that popped off for me. From there, I just kept taking courses. It brought me to where I am now. I am now with the full product line. I have an academy for education, and I teach beginners and advanced artists here in Tucson, Arizona. I am now opening up a salon, which is insane. I hope that if being in the beauty industry or entering into the lash industry is something that you want, I hope that you see that there is more than just putting lashes on your client, that you can grow in this industry. There's so much more, and the possibilities are endless. You know, I see girls who just have merch lines, who just have product lines, who just have salons. There's so much that you can do here here. It's just building your business and investing into it until you know what the fuck you're talking about, and then you're able to apply those things into just growing into other businesses. I'm Viviana Valenzuela. That is how I got into the beauty industry. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave comments down below. And if this is something that you're interested in, subscribe to my channel. I will be coming out with more content, free education, just giving you the best tips that I can. And I'm not gonna give no half tips. I'm gonna give actual gems here. If that's something that you're interested in, subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video where I'm gonna teach you how to make a fan.